Welcome to The Strategic Edge, the podcast for entrepreneurs and business owners who want a competitive edge in the market. They want to be seen as the expert in their industry, and they're looking for cutting edge and innovative strategies that work across industries to help them scale their business like a boss. My name is Carden, and I'm your host. Welcome to the show. Hey everyone, welcome to the Strategic Edge. My name is Carden, and I am so excited to have you on here with me today and with my very special guest, Sharon Chapman. Sharon is she owns her own design company. She owns an incredible company, Sharon Chapman Designs. And she is so well known in her industry as an expert. We'll talk about that. And she has done some incredible things. So her whole positioning in the marketplace is she really works in the commercial space. Now, she does do residential as well, but she's been in the design industry for 20 years. She is building out this incredible company, and we're going to talk about some of her strategies that she has used to be able to explode the growth in her business. And she's the CEO of her own company, but she also specializes in commercial property, apartment complexes, property development, and she does all of the design work, or if they want to renovate. And her whole concept is to help them get top tenants and top dollars for their leases, for everything that they do. Now, some very cool things. Sharon was just featured on Vendor Magazine, which is a multifamily development magazine. She was just featured on the cover. She had an article in there as well. And she also has been doing some very cool projects that has put her in a category of really one. She is the exclusive designer for a brand new development property that overlooks the St. Louis Cardinal Stadium. So overlooks Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And she has been the exclusive designer for those condos and for those top property apartments. So Sharon, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ann. I appreciate the invite and the honor to be on here with you.
I am so excited to have you on. I'm just so excited about the things that you're doing in your business. And she is going to be sharing some of her incredible strategies that has just exploded her business. And we're going to be talking about the strategies that she has used that can be used in any business on the planet. I mean, these strategies are cutting edge. They'll work across industries, but they're also very fundamental strategies that will work in any business, right?
Right.
Awesome. Did I leave anything out, first of all, about your introduction? Anything?
No, the business is growing leaps and bounds, and these strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you all are put in place for a reason. So I really can't wait to tell you all about them and how it has helped me grow my business.
Awesome. And I guess I should probably say Sharon is actually one of my clients, right?
Yes.
We've been working together for, almost 2 years, I think.
Almost 2 years. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I'm excited to have you on for that reason as well. And we'll share some of the things that we've been able to do in your business. So Sharon, jump in and just tell us a little bit about your background, some of the things. I mean, I did hit on some things, but just give us a little bit more about yourself and anything that you want to share.
Sure. I've been in the interior design industry for about 20 years now. And I started in window coverings and then found that my clients just wanted more and more and more. So we ventured out into furniture and cabinets and countertops. And so now I have several different facets of the business that we've kind of built on from the coaching with Ann. We started in one section and then just kind of expanded from there. But it's just a fantastic industry to be in, and it's so gratifying when you have your clients, that you tell them trust you, and then they finally do. And when they walk through that door, it's wow, this is so cool. I'm so glad that we trusted you.
Yes. And one of the things that she does that I think is very unique too is that she really takes them from concept all the way to the final project, or the end result that they get in their
Right.
business. So she'll go in and she will, first talk to them. Actually, I'll just let you walk through your process. She has a 4-step process that she takes
Sure.
the clients through. Why don't you just share that?
Yes, what we've developed is a strategy, and it's a 4-step process, which really makes it simple for the client to understand this because it doesn't get overwhelming to them. We go in, we do a consultation, explain to them that the design time is really, really important. That's a huge factor. So we discuss the fee-based items and things like that, and then we'll go into budgets, and then moving forward, selecting product and everything that works within their budget, because you want to make sure that that it works for both you and your client, because if you're not, then you're wasting their time and your time. So once we get all that done, get approval, and we place the order, everything comes into the warehouse. It's all delivered at one time. We go in, we stage it, set it up and everything. And then there's that wow factor when they're all finished. So, and that's the greatest part.
Oh, and I have to tell you, her designs and everything that she does is, oh gosh, top notch. It's just beautiful and outstanding. She just has such an incredible flair in everything that she does. Of course, she is an incredible designer, and I'll give you all of her information so you can reach out to her. Now, she does do residential design as well, but one of the things that we did when we started working together is she was basically just an interior designer, just kind of selling herself as an interior designer, right, Sharon?
Yep, just a job for me.
Yep. And what happened? We made the decision, or I guess we kind of we expanded your mindset about what is possible in your business. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. It was let's build this company, not just a job for you. So it was really, really neat. And Anne's been fantastic in teaching me how to do that, and helping me put strategies in place to build on that. And now I've got employees, and we've got this last project. I mean, I had 20 something people standing in front of me asking me questions, which was just amazing.
And I have to say too, I kind of shared this in my Facebook group the other day, but this Carden Away project that you were the exclusive designer. She was chosen out of all of the designers in the St. Louis area. She was chosen, and we can talk about how that actually happened. But she was chosen as the exclusive designer, and as a result, you signed on 10 brand new clients in the pandemic. Everyone in the pandemic, big dollar clients, right, Sharon?
Yes.
So she's created her own economy. And that's what I talk about all the time. When you're doing the right things in your business, you will create your own economy. You do not have to be a victim of anything going on around, right?
Right. You just, we were at work every single day during this whole pandemic and this whole lockdown on everything. And we should have had time to be able to learn new systems and train on different things. Nope, we were right in the thick of things, getting new clients and placing orders, and it was fantastic.
Absolutely. So, okay, so let's back up. At the very beginning, when we first started working together. So one of the strategies I want to share with you, and I share this with all of my clients really, is what are you not charging for that you should be charging for, right?
Right. Where do you want to be in the marketplace, and how do you want to make more money?
That's right. You need cash flow. So while you're out there, especially, this is really, really powerful for a lot of people that are in the trades, they're in the contractor space or the design space, because their projects take longer, right? You may not get paid on, although we know that's something we had to change too, but you might not get paid on things, all up front or whatever. And so one of the things we had to do is look at what was Sharon giving away that she didn't need to be giving away. And we implemented a design fee, a high design fee into your company. Right. That did not hurt your sales at all, did it?
No, it didn't. It just it makes the the process real. So if people are out really shopping you, you're going to set yourself apart from someone else. First of all, it gives you that leg up where, hey, they must be really special, or they must be pretty good in the industry if they're going to be able to charge that.
Mm-hmm.
But secondly, you know, you're cutting out all the riffraff where they're not really serious about what they're doing.
That's right. You eliminate the price shoppers, really.
Right.
And you get those higher end clients that would expect to pay. Yes. No, that's right. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, if I charge for this, like I see this in the contractor space a lot. Oh, if I charge for estimates, you know, I won't get business. But really, you should only be getting a small percentage of business anyway, unless you really have a lot of content and things out there that dial in your clients. So they are pretty confident in what you offer before they even contact you.
Right.
But if you're just kind of doing cold marketing, or you're just out there marketing, and people say, okay, I think I want an interior designer. Number one, you need to be leveraging your time, because if you're good at what you do, you don't have to give away your services, right?
Right.
Bingo. All right. So that was the first thing we did. So we implemented some cash flow for you for all of those people that were calling you. The second thing we did is we leveraged partnerships first of all, we had to shift your mindset around just being self-employed, just being a job owner, to, okay, let's grow this thing into $1 million company, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. And so we wanted to, we had to shift our mindset to what's possible and what's big, you know, to go bigger. So that was a big thing. But one of the things that we did is we, number one, set her apart in the industry. And we wanted to think bigger. Okay, how can we leverage this, what she's doing, in a bigger way? And so let me explain that. And you can add anything you want, Sharon. But if you're just out there looking for residential clients, okay, they're going to come along once in a while. There's no consistency. But if you can leverage what you are doing in your business to have partnerships with people that are doing bigger things like she did, and we kind of ended up niching her really in like the property management, property development, commercial apartment complexes, because that's a one-to-many in a lot of ways, right?
Right.
You're not out there trying to find that one client. When you find a client, you have an opportunity to have multiple clients out of that, just like with the Cardinal.
Right. And that's, you know, and that's one of the things that, you know, working with the apartment industry, it's not just one property. You have multiple properties. You might have a management company that you're working with that they have 60 properties. So it just expands your world and your revenue and your income.
Absolutely. And also we found that working in that space, because she is really, really good at what she does, she didn't have to lower her prices like a lot of commercial jobs, right? She's a top-notch designer, and she's been able to stand in integrity with her prices and with her fees. And she works with the best. She works with the best in the industry. And they know when she comes to them, she's not going to be the cheapest. She's not going to give away her services. And they still bring her on as the exclusive designer, right?
Yes, they do.
That's amazing. I love it. It's been so much fun over the last couple of years working with you and just watching the explosion that you've had in your business, and even all the things that we're still doing and still adding.
Lots of things, yes. And it's so exciting to look back at some of the notes that I had from the first couple months that we were meeting to what we talk about today. It's completely different because we've set those and those processes in place.
Yes. Yeah. So systems and, oh my goodness, the list goes on and on, right? All of the different I think one of the biggest things is, you know, that we talked about is, okay, think bigger. Don't just think job. Don't just think independent, there's always a way to layer on in a business, leverage what you're doing, to build partnerships, to build referral partners, to even like the one-to-many approach. I talk about this all the time. But one thing that we did do that really helped Sharon was we positioned her in the marketplace as the expert for property development, for apartment complexes. And her marketing message is to get top dollar for tenants, right?
Right.
And who doesn't want that?
Yes, who doesn't want to be better than the next property down the road?
That's exactly right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We can go in and we can work with their budgets and put them in a place in the market where they need to be to get that top dollar.
Yes.
In the long run, my services are so inexpensive when you look at what they reap out of that. So,
and that's going to bring me to the next point. So one of the things that I always talk about is to have an incredible offer, an irresistible offer, a no-brainer. And so we talk about Sharon charges high fees for her design fee, but then it's really a no-brainer because she actually saves them. So a lot of interior designers, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Sharon, they go out and they kind of shop the stores, right?
Right.
But Sharon actually has vendors that she works with where she can buy all of the furnishings and everything that they need wholesale, or
right.
kind of a little above wholesale, because she obviously makes money on that as well, which that's going to bring us to the income stream part. But the
right.
other piece of it is she can actually give them everything that they need much cheaper than if they went out and shopped it on their own. And so the design fee gets absorbed and they actually save money working with Sharon because of the way she structured her business. So there are some tips for you there, right?
Absolutely. It's absolutely perfect because when you present it to a client like that and they understand it, I mean, the time that they would put in, the prices that that they're paying for retail, and the design expertise of being able, they're so close to the project, they really can't think outside the box. I go in and I present different things to them and say, okay, this is what it's going to cost you. They're amazed. Absolutely.
Right.
And the end product is it's just so wonderful.
Exactly. Yeah. So it really is about, you do have everything structured so irresistible.
Right.
And so that is just such a key point. So positioning in the marketplace, she's not selling herself as a jack of all trades. She is selling herself as an elite designer for a specific target audience. Now, yes, she still does homes, and yes, she'll still, if she's got time, there is that, right? She is actually, we're in the process of expanding her team, and she's consistently, adding people to her team. But one of the other things, so positioning is huge. Position yourself as the expert. Don't just sell yourself as a whatever company, right?
Right.
The other thing is, we talked about adding in charging for things that other people are not charging for. That really does set the tone that you're a professional.
Absolutely.
You're not giving everything away, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing we talked about is thinking bigger and going bigger. How can we leverage bigger relationships, people that are doing bigger things? So Sharon, let's talk about you actually, because you have really niched, you've done things like you were featured in a magazine specifically for your target audience, right?
Yes, we were. Yes. We specifically target to the apartment properties, where we can go in and we have worked with architects and developers and have gone in and actually designed the interiors of new apartment properties. And then once the design is completed and the construction's completed, we'll go in and we'll furnish the public space and lease those and all of that. So then we have the property that's next door, and they say, wow, we lose any of our residents to that property. So we can go in and we can put a package together for them, and we can update some of the things that they have. So what we do is we can go in, we can update their clubhouse, their public space, their amenities space, and then also revamp their display units. So
Mhm.
potential residents can actually see what their space, what their home is going to look like, and what it potentially can look like. So that way, it gives them an opportunity to raise their dollars and the amount of money that they're getting for leases.
Well, and not only that, everything that they are investing, and it is an investment because there's going to be a return, right? There's going to be an ROI on what they're putting into working with you and letting you do this in a professional way versus trying to do it themselves.
Correct. Yeah.
There's another tip for everyone. Quit trying to do professional services yourself. It doesn't look professional. Okay.
How many times do we go back in and fix things? And
exactly. And we can't do a job like someone who that is their thing anyway, right?
Right. I hire all the other people to do my stuff, and I focus on what I'm very good at because I'm not.
Bingo.
So we hire somebody to do those things for us.
Exactly. Now I want to talk about through the course of time, we have been adding new revenue streams into your business. And I want to talk about that because that is such an incredible strategy for people. One of the things though I see people do is they add revenue streams that are disconnected from their core business, right? And so now they're out there trying to sell themselves umpteen different ways instead of allowing one to feed the other. So my strategy is always allow one revenue stream to feed the other. So you're not out there selling multi-level marketing supplements. You are creating revenue streams that correlate with your core business. And that's a really, really important thing for people to understand, right?
It is. It's very important because you're still trying to you've got the same base. So you don't want to go outside of that base because then you really are trying to build a different company.
Yes.
Build another job for yourself. And that's going to take, you're never going to get where you want to be.
Exactly.
You're never going to build that company. You're still just building jobs for yourself.
Right. Exactly. So let's talk about this for a minute. She's got her design fee. So even if someone lets her do the design work and they walk away, she's been paid. So you've got that revenue stream. You've got the actual project revenue stream where you're taking them from start to finish. You've also got all of the furnishings and everything, and that is a revenue stream. So when they are actually buying all the furnishings and everything from Sharon, she's also making money on those furnishings, even though they're still getting them lower than if they went out and bought them themselves. She is still getting profitability on that. So that's 3. And then we're getting ready to actually launch an e-commerce website for her where people can actually go and buy the furnishings and all of that as well, right?
Absolutely. I'm so excited. The research and everything has been so much fun, and I just can't wait to see it launched.
Yes. And so that is 4 revenue streams that you are going to have. And notice none of them are disconnected. They're all related. So if someone comes to her and they just want to talk to her about buying some of the furnishings or buying furniture or whatever it is she does, she can send them out when we get the website done. She can send them out and they can just go shop on her website. And so, but here's the thing. And Sharon and I kind of discussed this a little bit before we hopped on here. We didn't start with all of these revenue streams, did we?
Oh, no.
And we do not recommend that you do that. And I tell people that all the time. Don't try to
be overwhelming.
That's right. Well, not only that, nothing gets done. You've got to stay very focused. You've got to focus on one thing and get it working. So like first we focused on, okay, that design fee. How can we leverage this and kind of create that so that people won't balk at that? Because that was not a standard. That's really not a standard in the interior design space, right?
Not unless you're a top-notch designer.
Yes.
I wanted to position myself.
Yes, exactly. So she is getting those top people that are really, they amount to 80% of her revenue anyway, right?
Right.
And then we positioned her differently in the marketplace so that she could really niche down and figure out who are her perfect people that are leveraged people. Partnerships can get her a lot of business, right?
Right.
And then we started layering on the revenue streams, and we restructured her, how she was selling her services. Like she said, it's really simple. It's a 4-step process. Here's what we do. That makes it so easy for people.
Right. Right. Well, and on top of it, just, there was things that we did where getting in front of what's the best way to get in front of these clients. And one of the things that I did was I joined the apartment association, and it's here locally, but it's also nationally too. I started doing trade shows, and for that minimal amount that I did, I have met so many new clients, and that it took 6 months, but the manager at One Cardinal Way called me and said, "Hey, I met you at the trade show last year, and we really, really want you."
Yes.
So it was that one conversation that I had at that trade show, and look at where we are today.
Exactly. It's amazing. It's been so much fun to watch her business explode. The other thing too, you mentioned the trade show. What did we do, if you can remember, when you were getting ready, because you had never really done a trade show before, is that right?
No, I had not done that. So we collected as much, you always do giveaways and things like that for your company. But what we did is they had to fill out these short forms and, everything to be able to get in that drawing. As much information as we could, then we could go back and follow up with all of the people that we spoke with. And when was the last time that their property was updated? What do they want? What do they have in mind of how they want their property to look like? And so we were able to ask a few short questions, and it gave us an opportunity to be able to follow up on all these leads that we received.
But you set up your booth like a room, like a design room. So it stopped them when they were coming by. And you're like, I remember you calling me saying, "Oh, and Sharon, you're going to have to cut some of this stuff out if you want to repurpose this video, or we can re-record." But I remember you calling me saying, "Ann, my booth looks better than everyone else's booth out there. Like, it just stands out," right?
It did. I mean, I had wallpaper, and I had furniture, and I had our top end area rugs in there, and leather chairs with pillows, and it was fantastic. And I had so many of the managers that came by and said, "Wow, this is really, really cool. There's nothing here that looks like that looks like what yours does."
So you were grabbing attention. I always say, stopping people in their tracks.
Absolutely, we were.
And then we did a follow-up after the show. She followed up. But another thing that she did is she put some books together that showed all of her expertise, showed a lot of the properties she had renovated. Too many people go to shows and they just sort of show up and try to talk to people, but you leveraged every ounce of that. And you only did that one, right?
I only did the one.
From there, it's gone crazy. It's just gone crazy. So she has shared some really, really good strategies that anyone can use. Again, in any business, find your audience, position yourself as the expert.
Right.
Don't charge low fees, because then you don't look like the expert. I say that all the time.
Right.
Go find where they are. So what's the one-to-many approach? How can you get in front of the most people in a big, big way? And doing a trade show for the association was huge, because they were already coming. So it's like leveraging other people's traffic. That's a big one, right? And they were already coming through, but then really setting yourself apart in the midst of all of those vendors that were there. You stood out. You were in a category of one, girl.
Yes, we were.
I love it. She's just done some cool things. So the other thing is, and we talked about this or chatted a little bit about this right before, and I said, don't add too many revenue streams all at one time. Everything that we did was in a progression, right? There was a sequence, a sequence in an order that we did things in, so that you got one thing working really well, and then we layered on. And that's one of the things that I tell people: if you try to go too big too fast, nothing happens, right?
You just get overwhelmed because you haven't mastered that strategy yet.
Yes. Yeah. Even just changing your sales process, you had to master that.
Right. Because it's presenting a little bit differently than to presenting and presenting with that confidence and, making sure that they know that you are the expert in your field.
Yes. One of the things that I talk about all the time with clients is, you have to make it super simple for people to buy. So like you have to speed that sales cycle. And you have a process in your business that speeds that sales cycle. It gets them to make a quick decision. It gets them to put the money down, right? And get rolling on their project.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Once we get the deposit, once we get the design fee, we put pen to paper and we jump on board. And and before you know it, we are back in their homes, or we're back on the, in their offices presenting that. And the projects that I was doing at One Cardinal Way, I didn't meet with a single one of these people. I did everything through PowerPoint and everything over the phone and through email. And look at what happened. I mean, yeah. 10 clients in a matter of, we
high dollar clients. I want to throw that in.
Clients. I mean, we did everything from silverware and linens to furniture and balcony furniture.
Yeah.
So I did with their toothbrush, and that was it.
And it's not done. There's still opportunity for her to keep making, getting more clients from just that one job. Just that one job, that one client. So no, I mean, it's been, again, these are really, really brilliant things you've done in your business. And I just think more, if business owners, well, first of all, hired a coach, I'm just going to say that, but no, if business owners really thought bigger and they start thinking outside the box and they start looking for, how can I add big revenue streams? How can I leverage what I'm doing? To grow. High ticket is one of the things that I always teach people anyway, is go high ticket. That's your fastest path. And let me just ask you this. So you've worked with, before we started working together, you worked with kind of all types of clients, right?
Right.
And now you've worked with very high-end clients.
Yes, I have.
What would you say the difference is in the price shoppers and the high-end clients?
It saves me time. I mean, they make a commitment, they pay that design fee, and we move on. And I've saved so much time. I don't have as many clients because I've got higher dollar clients.
Yes.
So it really does make the process simpler.
Well, and by not having as many clients, now a lot of people go, what? But really, you've been able to, expand your business faster. You don't have to and here's the thing that people need to understand too, it's much more profitable because you don't have to have as many employees. You don't have to have as much going on in your business. You don't even have to market as much.
Right.
Because you don't need 1 million people, right?
Right. Yeah. Because you're getting top dollar for the clients that you're working with. But, you're giving them exactly what they want. Mm-hmm. To them at a good price because of the negotiations that you've made with your vendors. So
at a great value. I love the word value because that's really what it is, right?
It is. It's a fantastic value. Mm-hmm. One of the clients that we just finished at One Cardinal Way, I mean, I sent him a few pictures and I said, pick out a few things that you like, and just so I can kind of get a feel for where we're going with this beyond, making sure that we were both on the same page. And he is just absolutely overwhelmed. He said he walked in that morning and he said, I have had so many people come in that have visited and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. Happy client. Happy client.
And that was fantastic.
And really, you kind of hit on a point there too. You kind of give them a turnkey system. I mean,
it is.
Turnkey. You just take it from start to finish. They walk in, their place is done.
Right.
So you treat your business like a business, right?
Absolutely. I do. No, it is not a hobby. It's something that I absolutely love. It is, I can say hands down, it's been my favorite job I've ever had. Yeah. So it's not just a job, it's a career, it's a business, it's something that I'm building for a lifetime.
Yes.
So it's very gratifying.
And how many women like yourself or even men get into the interior design business, but it's not a business, it's a hobby?
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there are some new income streams that will be coming down the pipe too. I told Sharon when we get all this going, she's going to be teaching other people how to build an interior design company.
Research on that one last night.
So we have big plans, right?
Yes, we do.
So, all right, Sharon, anything you want to add? Any other strategies or anything that you can think of that we did not cover here? I mean, we gave some incredible strategies that people can use in any business.
Yes, they can. One of the other things that that you vaguely touched on was if you have the opportunity to hire a coach, it is so important. I was all over the board before Anne came into my life. And now we have meetings. She holds me accountable. The very first thing that we talk about, what are my dollars and cents? And if that's not working, then you're not growing your business in the right direction.
Yeah.
Really, it's a dollar amount that goes out the door, but the value that comes back is just hands down the best.
Yes. Yeah. No, I mean, you didn't have to go into that, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. That was really nice. But actually it is a business strategy and people don't realize that. They think a coach is a cost, or they look at a coach or a consultant as a cost to their business. It's not a cost. I mean, I'm not going to share where you were when we started, right? And where you are now. But the thing is, you just don't know everything. You just don't. It's not like working with someone who this is their thing. This is their expertise, is how to help you build your business, right?
And I didn't, when I started all of this, I knew how to be an interior designer. I didn't know how to run a business. And so that's where I have you to help guide me in the right direction. The same as I don't know how to be an accountant. So we've hired somebody to do that.
Sure.
And, that's putting processes in place. And that's what helped me grow to where I am today.
But you also know how to look at the numbers, right? Now you know how to manage your business by the numbers and all of those things. So you're becoming you've become a businesswoman, not just an interior designer.
Right.
You're now a CEO of your company. And that's a really important shift that I think a lot of people in business need to understand. If you want to be a real business, a real company, you've got to shift from the thing to being the CEO of that company.
Right.
So we covered a lot here. We actually went a little bit longer than I planned, but I don't mind that we did that. I think you shared so much value here. And you have some just amazing things ahead for you. And I wish I could show one of your rooms and let people see your brilliant, amazing work.
We'll share it.
We will.
It is. It's amazing. And, I look back at where I worked for 2 weeks and looked over Busch Stadium and watched the Cardinals practice. And wow, this is just amazing.
Can't beat that, can you? Oh, the view is incredible. Not only is it a view over the whole ball field, but the view in general is just beautiful. And it's incredible. You can see the whole city, really.
Yeah, you can see the whole city.
Yeah. So very, very cool. I'm so excited for you. I obviously love working with you and helping you and all of that. But here's the thing. I give you the strategy, I help you with the strategies, but you go and implement them. You're the one driving your business. I'm just a tool and a resource in your business. You're the one doing the hard work. You're the one doing. So I do not in any way want to take any credit away from what you are building, because you are the one building it, not me.
Right.
And so you're amazing. And that's why your business is growing leaps and bounds, and you're able to accomplish what you are. And I'm excited for you. You'll be national. I just see it. I know you're going to be national.
The feelers are already out there.
They are. So, all right, Sharon, thank you so much for being on as my guest. And I'll get you all the information and everything about this so that you can share this. But also, how can people reach you or get a hold of you? I want you to share that. And then we'll also put all of her links and all of her information with the show notes. But how can people reach you?
My website is www.sharonchapmandesign.com. And so all of my information is on there. I'm also available by email at sharonchapmandesign.com. So if you have any questions or if you have a project that you need help with, please let me know. We would love to help you and make you shine just like the other clients have been.
You're also on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yes,
and so
I am.
You have a business page on Facebook, so people can actually go and see a lot of your work.
Right.
What is that Facebook page?
It's Sharon Chapman Design.
Okay, so just type that in.
Very simple. So it's all, and that's about branding and things like that. You want to keep it simple. You want to keep it the same. So confusing. And
right.
And that makes it easy for people to remember.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, so go check out her Facebook page, connect with her. She's so sweet. You'll love her. And she's on LinkedIn, so you can connect with her on LinkedIn, but definitely she's got it going. She is doing incredible things in her space, and it's just been amazing to see. So Sharon, thank you for being my guest.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I've enjoyed sharing all of the strategies and the things that we've learned to grow businesses, because you definitely can have it in any area of work.
Yep, absolutely. So thanks for sharing all your knowledge and your brilliance and everything. It's nice, I can talk about strategies all day long, but when people can hear what it actually did in your business, how it changed things in someone's business, that's the most powerful thing for them to hear. So, all right. So strategies that work across all industries. We shared a lot of gold here today.
Yes.
And it gave a lot of value. So go check out Sharon, connect with her. She'll love connecting with you. And thank you guys for being here. And I will talk to you all next time on The Strategic Edge, the podcast for business owners and entrepreneurs, where we share cutting edge strategies that work across industries, help you be seen as the expert, and help you dominate your market and put you in a category of one. So thanks again. You all have an amazing day. Thanks, Sharon.